Yo, what is happening to good people? What is going on? We had a wonderful week of football. The New England Patriots, one of the greatest organizations of all time. You already know, got the Tom Brady jersey. Cause we got that dub. We beat on Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's time we have conversations about my quarterback. Drake May is a top 10 quarterback in this league. Yeah, I see who this is. The GOAT. Yeah, y'all know the vibes. Before we start this show, shout out to my Pats. Drake May is him. He outplayed, outdueled Josh Allen. A clear MVP favorite. Drake May should be in the MVP conversation. Our defense was immaculate. Had James Cook. Did not have a good game at all. He played mucho galante basura. Shout out to the best corner in football, Gonzo, aka Chris Gonzalez. That's the best corner in football right now. I know a lot of y'all gonna tell me it's PS2, but give me Gonzo respectfully. Shout out to Carlson Davis II, one of our big free agent signings, because he played a big role today. Shout out to our linebackers. They play good. Shout out to the Eagles for giving us Milton Williams. Shout out to them. But yeah, the Pats went in Buffalo, gave Josh Allen his first L. We haven't won in Buffalo since, I believe it's since Mac Jones, and I think it was his second year. So it's been a minute since we won in Buffalo. Y'all gonna respect my quarterback. Drake May is him. He outdueled that quarterback y'all keep telling me is a top 5 quarterback. He outdueled that guy y'all told me is a clear MVP favorite. He outdueled the guy y'all told me is easily knocking on the door of a top 10 quarterback all the time. The only thing he's missing is Super Bowl titles. We went in Orchard Park and said straight Debo'd them. Okay? We Debo'd them. We, the New England Patriots, is sneaking into the playoffs. I was just want y'all to know that. We are sneaking in the playoffs, easily getting a wild card spot. We're easily the second best team in the division. Not even a conversation. Ramondre Stevenson, I need him off my team. Like right now. I need him off my team. Because I'm so sick and tired of him. Because he has a fumbling problem. He has a fumbling problem. I don't know what it is with him and his fumbling thing he got. But he just keep fumbling the ball. And I'm not understanding why. Like, I really don't understand why he keeps fumbling the ball. So the last time we won, the New England Patriots, because I had to look this up, because I'm going to give y'all the exact information so nobody call me a liar and say I made something up. December 6, 2021. And if y'all remember that game, that was the snowy blizzard game. It was bad weather in Buffalo. Mac Jones, who we're going to talk about in a minute, only threw the ball a total of 3 times, had 2 completions, 19 yards. We ran all over them. Y'all remember Damian Harris? Yeah. He ran for $111 all over them. He was averaging basically a first down per drive. Let's not forget, ironically, Ramondre Stevenson was on that same team. He had 24 carries for 78 yards. So we were running the ball. Ran the ball 46 times for 222 yards down their throat. We controlled the clock. It was a Bill Belichick type of game. Excuse me. It was snowy weather, so you couldn't really throw the ball. And what did Bill does what he always do. He had excellent clock management, just ran the ball down their throat. Because obviously they couldn't stop the run. Damian Harris' longest run was for 64 yards. Stephon Diggs was on that game. He was playing that game. He was obviously on the Buffalo Bills. He had 4 receptions for 51 yards. I'm sorry. But yeah, we basically just ran the ball down their throat and won. I like what I'm seeing for the Patriots this season. They are one of the best defenses in the league, a top 10 defense. They are a top 5 running defense. I'm going to say top 10 to be on the safe side, but I know we have a very, very elite D-line. We're winning in the trenches. It's very hard to run the ball. As we saw, James Cook didn't have an eventful game at all. We have the best corner in football with another very good to borderline elite corner and Carlton Davis Jr. He was on the Bucks. I believe he was on that Super Bowl team with Brady. Then he played for a season or 2 with Detroit, and now he's with us. He's helping a lot. I don't know. We just elite. You understand what I'm saying? We're one of the best teams in the NFL. Y'all gonna respect us. I'm tired of the disrespect. I told y'all we're gonna be the second best team in that division. And us being Buffalo in Orchard Park is huge. I'm not gonna lie. That is pretty elite. That's good for us. We're only a game behind the Bills. We're 3-2. The Buffalo Bills are 4-1. Stephon Diggs got his revenge. He had a revenge game. He said, "Y'all gonna get rid of me? All right, watch this." Diggs had 10 for 146 off of 12 targets. 32 was his longest. He had 62 yak. Yeah, respect Diggs, man. We finally got a good number one, a comfortable number one. Shout out to Diggs. This Patriots team ain't nothing to mess with. We here. Put the word back on the streets. We up. We got 2 of the best positions in football. We drafted wisely. Gonzo. And we got Drake May. So 2 important. We just fixed up the D-line. Oh, and shout out to Will Campbell, man. He's been nothing but a stud for us. Mr. T-Rex arms, as some people call him. Shout out to him, man. He's been an elite left tackle. He's an all-pro caliber left tackle. Multiple Pro Bowls left tackle. He's going to be very good in the NFL with them little arms. He got them little T-Rex arms. I don't know. Between him and Desmond Bain, I don't know how they get these T-Rex arms. Ramondre Stevenson need to get cut or traded. But with Antonio Gibson getting hurt, unfortunately, he has to stay on the roster. I'm so tired of him. Why do we keep getting running backs that have fumbling issues? We had Stephen Ridley that had a fumbling issue. Like, I don't understand why all of a sudden he just keep fumbling the ball. But Drake May went 22 for 30 for 273. He had a 73 completion. He threw for no touchdowns. He took 4 sacks, and he had a 101 rating. Josh Allen had 22 for 31, 253, 70% completion, 2 touchdowns, a pick, a sack, and a 103. Now, a lot of y'all going to say, Drake May didn't throw for no touchdowns. He didn't need to. His defense did their job, and he got points on the board ultimately. Ramondre got 2 passing touchdowns. When they were on the goal line, they fed him the ball. Josh Allen did the best he could of what he had. Dalton Kincaid, 6 receptions, 108 off of 6 targets. 23 was his longest. Keon Coleman needs to work on his route running. He needs to work on his route running. He's not a good route runner at all. He's a big body receiver that you can throw the ball up, the 50-50 balls, pause, and he can go and get it ultimately. That's the receiver he is. He kind of reminds me like a Mike Evans-esque wide receiver. Just a big body. Go get the 50-50 balls. There you go. Drake May has been none short, but historical this season. He's had one of the best Patriot seasons for a quarterback since Tom Brady left. Yeah, the Jets is mucho caliente basura. We're gonna talk about them later in the show because there's some uncomfortable conversations we need to have about them. The next game we're gonna transition to Mac Jones and talk about what he did against the Rams. The Rams gonna have to do something with Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams, he's a very odd player. What I mean by odd player, he had a very costly fumble that basically cost him this game. Let's go to stats. Mac Jones, 33 for 49 for 342, a 67 completion, 2 touchdowns, and a sack. Christian McCaffrey had 22 for 57. Kendrick Bourne, another former Patriot, 10 for 142 off of 11 targets. Christian McCaffrey, 8 receptions off of 82 yards and a touchdown. Yeah, that happened. One of the keys for the Niners. Wait, before I get to that, Matthew Stafford, 389, 3 touchdowns, and a sack. Kyron Williams had a fumble. It was a very costly fumble. 14 attempts, 65 yards, no touchdown. Puka Wuka, whatever his name is. 10 receptions, 85 yards, 1 touchdown off of 12 targets. Easily the best wide receiver this season in football. Devontae Adams had 5 for 88 yards off 11 targets, and Tutu Atwell had 2 for 72 yards off of 4 targets. Mac Jones is in a simplified offense. The 49ers and Kyle Shanahan have simplified the offense, right? So, as we all know, he runs a West Coast scheme, and he favors his tight end and running back. He uses his running backs as receivers, which is Christian McCaffrey. And the field is very spread out and open. So when you get a guy like Mac Jones in that offense, Kyle Shanahan is a QB whisperer. In his system, he makes any quarterback looks good. And he wanted to draft Mac Jones, but the Patriots took him, unfortunately, so he couldn't get him. Now he has the quarterback he always wanted. That system is so simplified and so easy, I'm pretty sure a Tyler quarterback can exceed in it. If you're an experienced quarterback, that system is easy. If Mac Jones keeps playing the way he's playing, the 49ers are going to have a tough decision between him and Brock Purdy. Because eventually Mac Jones is going to want a starting position to be that starting quarterback. You understand what I'm saying? So you're going to have to choose who you want to be your franchise quarterback. Do you want Mac Jones or Brock Purdy? They turned Mr. Irrelevant to a very good quarterback, one of a top 15 quarterback in the league. But yeah, what are you gonna do when Brock Purdy comes back? On top of that, the Niners are dealing with a lot of injuries this season. They are the best team in the division right now, but they are dealing with a lot of injuries. Let me go. Your wide receivers are hurt, your O-line's hurt, your defense is hurt. So they're dealing with injuries. And they're basically I want to say overcompensating with the injuries. But let me see if we could find out who's hurt, who's not. Uh, Injury report. Here we go. So let's go to week 5. I don't care about week 6 currently. I just need to see week 5 injuries. So Jawan Jennings hurt. Ricky Parcell hurt. Did not play. Who else didn't play? D. Winters, Mikael Williams, C.J. West, Robert Bale Jr. So they have all these injuries that they're dealing with. And in spite of these injuries, Mac Jones still found a way to win. While his number 1 and number 2 receiver being there. So Ricky Parcell being the number 1 currently. Then you still have what's the guy's name? Brandon Ayuk is still out. We don't know what's going on with him if he's ever returned this season for football. So your true number 1's out. Ricky Parcell, who's been your number 1 since he's been hurt, he was out. Then you had your number 2 out. Jawan Jennings is out. And you still got it done against a division rival in the Rams. Just shout out to Niners for getting the job done ultimately. I don't know if the Niners are the best. That division is a very odd and tricky division. I will say that. Because I think Seattle. So we just want to count Arizona out. Mucho caliente basura. But I think I personally have Seattle taking this division. It's going to be a war for this division between the Niners, the Rams, and the Seahawks. It's going to come probably down to division battles per usual in this division. Seattle has, I would say, the best receiver in this division with JSN, best receiver in this division. I think they have the best secondary in this division. And I think the linebackers is arguable in this division. But I believe they have the best secondary in the division. Seattle. They have the second best running back in this division. But overall, as a team, you can't say the Niners are better than Seattle. But I'm not mad at it if y'all do pick the Niners to win. But I just think Seattle can overtake it. They are separated by a game. These 3 are the main teams. Nobody cares about Arizona. It's time for them to move on for Kyle Murray. But that's a conversation for a different day. But let's see what other games is here. I got a hot take for football for the end of the show. Some of y'all might like it, some of y'all might. I don't know. Week 5 was a good football week, ultimately. We get another. Oh, the Ravens? The Ravens have given up the most points in their franchise history in 5 games. This defense can't stop a parked car, a telephone pole. Okay? They can't stop nothing at all. Not a god darn thing. You understand? I get it. You got Cooper Rush as quarterback, who threw 3 picks, by the way, against a defense that is mid. Texans defense ain't nothing special about it. Derrick Henry having 15 carries for 33 yards. That's not the Derrick Henry that we know. Zay Flowers, 5 for 72. D-Hop, 2 for 46. Mark Andrews, 2 for 22. Your defense giving up 267 passing yards. Giving up 167 rushing yards. Excuse me. CJ Stroud had a heck of a game. 23 completions, 27 steps, 247 yards, 85 completion percentage, 4 touchdowns, 2 sacks, 143. You allow CJ Stroud to come into your house after with a terrible O-line, one of the worst O-lines in the league, a bottom 5 O-line. Y'all allowed them to do this? Your defense couldn't stop anything or anybody. Woody Marks, 7 for 24. Nick Chubb, 11 for 61 for a touchdown. He had 120-plus yard run. Christian Kirk, 4 for 64 off of 4 targets. Dalton Schultz, 5 for 60. Nico Collins, 4 for 52 and a tutty. Jay Higgins, 4 for 32. You allow CJ Stroud to pull up in your house, in your crib, and do that? Baltimore has been known as a defensive powerhouse since the 2000s in NFL. They had one of the greatest defenses ever assembled. That Ray Lewis led defense. It's abysmal that y'all allowing all these points right now. And I'm about to tell you exactly how many in 1 minute. Let me see. Because this defense is embarrassing. Can't stop nothing. Can't stop a common cold. I don't know if their defense is bad. It's the schemes. It's the players. I don't know what it is. When you have one of the best pass rushers in the game, and Ibaku, and I don't know how to say that brother's name. When you have Kyle Van Noy, one of the best linebackers in football this season, like I just don't understand what are you missing. Your corners suck. I ain't gonna even say and lie. Like I just don't understand. You're on pace to give up one of the most points for a defense. That's what you're on pace for in a minute. I understand your pass rush is bad. Your coverage is bad. Like I just don't understand. What more can you do? Right now, you're the worst defensive league. Run and pass. You're literally at the bottom of the league. This team is so bad. It's on pace to become the first team to allow 600 points in a season. Do you know how bad that is? They're about to allow 600 points in a season. I've seen some bad defenses, but this Baltimore Ravens defense, one of the worst I've ever seen. I don't even know if it's fixable at this point. This is a team, like I said earlier, that has been molded by defense first. This is a team that's known and always had a defensive identity. This is a team who won a Super Bowl off of defense. You understand what I'm saying? Like the fall off of this Ravens is insane. This is a team who won a Super Bowl with Trent Dilfer. This was a team that had when they won that Super Bowl, it was a struggle for teams to get a touchdown on them. Touchdown on them. They won a Super Bowl with Trent Dilfer. If you know anything about Trent Dilfer, anything at all, you know he wasn't him. Trent Dilfer was your quarterback. This team, that 2000 Ravens team, is historically easily a top 2 defense of all time. The only defense that you can even say is close or even better is the 85 Bears. And that's the only defense. And even then, it's still a conversation. And for you to go out like this, mm, 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 mm. This is another weird division. I don't think it's a weird division. Never mind, I just lied. I take that back. The Colts are going to take this division, but the Jaguars are going to get them a fight and a run for their money. Until Houston can fix up that O-line, and that defense needs a little bit of fixing also, I ain't worried about them. And the Tennessee Titans are basically in rebuild mode. So, shout out to the 8 people on X who's in there. I appreciate y'all for stopping by. Yeah, no vibes, man. Appreciate y'all for being in here, man. I don't know if y'all bots are real people, but hey, I ain't complaining. Shout out to the bots, man. They play a vital role in the streaming community, whether we like it or not. We're going to talk about that game in a minute. Cowboys, Jets. What Sauce Gardner has to be studied. His fall off has to be studied. He's one of the worst corners in football currently. And when you saw him his rookie year, he had a lot of promise. His second year in the league, his first professional year after his rookie year, so second year, he looked it good. But this year, he's not. I don't know what's going on with Sauce Gardner. I don't know if it's the scheme. He's just not who we thought he was. A lot of y'all did say he wasn't the best corner on his team. There was a lot of conversation of, was he the best corner last season, or was it what's the Bulls' name? Was it DJ Reed? Let me double check to make sure I got the right name. I believe it was DJ Reed was the corner on this team. Yeah, DJ Reed. A lot of y'all saying DJ Reed was the best corner on this team. But Sauce Gardner has been trash. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I don't know where this fall off happened, why it happened, how it happened. I don't know. I got no clue. He's not good in coverage. Right now, he's ranked 54th out of 169 corners. He's a terrible pass rusher. He's ranked 75 of 169. His run defense, he's a good run defensive corner. 10th out of 169. Matter of fact, let me physically show y'all. What you know? Let me see. Here we go. Share my screen with y'all real quick. Let me put this up on the stage. Pass rusher, terrible. Overall, mid. Run defense, elite. This is very good for a corner. But this, yeah, he's not good in coverage. He has allowed 10 receptions this season. Matter of fact, we're going to look at the premium stats. We're going to break down Sauce's game real quick. We're gonna see how he measured up against number one corners. Did he get cooked? We gonna get to the bottom of this, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Ahmad Sauce Gardner. In coverage. This game, he's getting cooked in. Tampa Bay, boy, this boy was getting cooked. He's allowing 170 yards already, 17 yards per catch, per reception, and he's allowing 39 yak. Now, we're going to look at the game where he was getting fried. Let me see. Jets versus Dolphins. I don't care about that game. We don't care about that game. Where is the 49ers? Not the 49ers, my bad. Where's the Jets at, man? Let me see. Here we go. I'm gonna look at Sauce Gardner. Oh, here we go. Versus Sauce Gardner, he had one target, 4 reception for 30 yards. Then Mike Evans, he was targeted 4 times, 2 receptions, 22 yards, 11 for a reception, 5 yak. But let's go to receivers. No, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans was frying. Sauce was getting fried, respectfully. He's getting fried. He allowed 2 first down. 14 was his longest. Let me see what this yards after the catch and make sure I was looking at this correctly. He's allowing 22 yards after the catch. When he was guarding Mike Evans. And Sauce was getting very much so targeted. Okay, Emek Mbuka, Ejigma. I don't know how to say this brother name. What's up with these NFL plays and their names, bro? Can you get like an easier name to know how to pronounce it? Like some, I feel like I'm speaking in tongues trying to pronounce some of y'all names. Sauce Gardner, 1 for 1 for 30 yards. So Sauce was basically, it looks like, as we know, Sauce does not travel, as we can clearly see that. I mean, he got fried. Off of 5 targets, he allowed 3 receptions for 52 yards. He was averaging 17.3 yards per catch. 11 rack. 30 was his longest. He allowed 3 first downs. 2 drop passes. So, I mean, I guess he was all right. Let's see, week 2 versus Texans. Oh, no. Wrong team. Let's look at the Jets. Let's look at Buffalo. Gary Wilson, once again, getting fried. I mean, this man's just getting fried. That's a division game. Don't really care for that. Oh, week 1. This is an interesting one. Where is he covered DK Metcalf pretty well. 4 targets, 1 reception for 11 yards. I mean, DK is DK. They did target. Sauce is getting targeted a lot. I'm starting to see this. Sauce Gardner is starting to get a lot of targets, man. This looks like people are not respecting Sauce Gardner. But yeah, Sauce Gardner is, I don't know, he getting targeted a lot. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit more about this football game, and then I got a list for you guys. Broncos and Eagles, inexcusable. The Eagles were basically controlling this game. They allowed 18 unanswered points in the fourth quarter. The score was 17-3 for the first 3 quarters. Then the fourth quarter, the Broncos exploded, scored 18 unanswered points, and they lost that game. The Eagles, Philly. Your offensive coordinator is Mucho Galante Basura. You have the most weapons in the league. You got Saquon Barkley, top 3 running back in this league, if not the best running back. You got A.J. Brown, a top 5 wide receiver, top 3, whatever, however y'all want to argue it. You got Devontae Smith on the other side, one of the best number 2s in the league. You got Dallas Goedert, who's arguably this season a top 2 tight end, not the best tight end. It's between him and Jake Ferguson currently. I get it, your O-line's been banged up, but when you're up 17-3, there's no way you allow the team to score 18 unanswered points in the fourth quarter. There's no way. There's no way Saquon in that second half is only supposed to get 3 carries. Like, why are you going away from that game? I don't understand it. Who told y'all to go away from that game? Like, yeah, who told y'all to go away from that game plan? You feed Saquon. We all know this. We not even coordinators to know this. Bo Nix threw for 224 and a touchdown. Jalen Hurts threw for 280 yards and 2 touchdowns. Saquon only ran the ball 6 times, which is insane to me. So PS2 basically was guarding A.J. Brown. So with A.J. Brown being guarded, when you have an elite number 2, one of the best number 2s in the game in Devontae Smith, a very good route runner, he went off for 8 receptions, a $114 off of 10 targets. Yeah, he that. It looks like, I understand the Eagles are a run heavy team, but there's gonna be games where you're not gonna be able to run the ball. The OC is not creative enough. He's looking real shaky right now. I don't know what to do with that OC. I don't know if he's gonna finish out the season or what. Are you gonna bring him back next season? But that OC is looking, man, you understand what I'm saying? He ain't looking. Yeah. Oh, the Titans and Cardinals. Now that's an interesting game. You're up 21 points to 6. Going into the fourth quarter, under 5 minutes left, you just forgot to play football, apparently. You literally forgot how to play football. You had a fumble. Yeah, you had a fumble in the game. I don't even know how you even got that fumble, but hey, what do I know? You just did a whole bunch of goofiness that you allowed this team to come back and win. That they had no business winning this game. Then you allowed, under 2 minutes left, you allowed Cam Ward basically march down the field. You let him hit Calvin Ridley for like a 60-yarder. Then you allowed the Tennessee Titans to score. Like, you were up in this game. Like, how garbage can you be? You had 2 costly fumbles in this game. Who fumbled the ball? Let me see. Kyle Murray had a fumble. Special teamer had a fumble. And DeMercado had a fumble. Like, come on. Garbage. Say it with me, y'all. Garbage. I could have sworn that the Cardinals was going to get a win. But somehow the Titans pulled it off because the Cardinals just said, here you go. Let me see. Week 5. Any other games? The Buccaneers beat the Seahawks. Baker Mayfield doing Baker Mayfield things. The Chargers lose to the Commanders. I don't understand how the Chargers just forgot how to play football when they're not playing division rival. The first 3 weeks, they looked good, and now they just forgot how to play football. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I'm going to say this. The Chiefs are in trouble this season. You allowed Trevor Lawrence and Jaguars, win a game they had no business winning. Trevor Lawrence fell not once but twice and ran it in, and that sealed your fate. I don't know what Chris Jones was doing. Was he even playing? Like, I don't know what he's doing. You had no business losing that game. No business. The linebacker, you're about to score. You throw the ball. The linebacker, I can't think of his name right now, but he gets the ball and basically makes the game closer than it should be. I think it was is that Miles Jack that got that into? Let me see who got that. It was Devin Lloyd. He fooled y'all on the 1 yard line. We were about on the 5 yard line, somewhere in that vicinity. I don't know exactly off the top of my head. He fooled Patrick Mahomes because you thought he was going to blitz, but he ended up going into coverage. He picks the ball off, runs 99 yards. Runs 99 yards. And basically that sold the game for y'all. Trevor Lawrence, then on the following play, falls down. Not once, but twice. And still somehow gets into the end zone. Like, huh? Where they do that at? I'm just curious. Where did they do that at? How do you allow that to happen? Kansas City is in serious trouble. Very serious trouble. Very serious trouble. They need to get their crap together. Because they're obviously not winning this division. I might have spoke too soon about Chargers winning this division. Denver might actually take this division this year. But for y'all allow Trevor Lawrence to do what he just did, the way he did it and how he did it, crazy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the time y'all been waiting for. Where is it? Hold on. I know everybody like lists. Oh, tonight I'm taking. Let me talk about this real quick. I'm taking Eagles over the Giants. It's a division game. Think they're gonna keep it close. Eagles need to get back on track. Saquon is hurt, so I'm taking the Eagles 21-28. Taking the Eagles. Before we do that, there you go. Google Docs. Oh, damn. So I had to change my top 10 players. WNBA players for 25-25 season, because clearly Asia Wilson is the best player in the W. Asia Wilson is the GOAT. She's in the GOAT conversation. This girl just won Depoy, MVP, and a Finals MVP all in the same year. I'm giving her flowers right now. I remember somebody told me she knows sports, aka Shamaria. Shout out to her. She said Asia Wilson was the GOAT. She called this about 2 years ago. She said Asia Wilson is the GOAT. And I thought she was crazy because, you had Candace Parkers, the Maya Moores, the Lisa Leslies. But we talking about a girl who's a 4-time MVP, 3 times Depoy, 5-time All-NBA first team, 5-time block champion, and she's going to have a 2-time Finals MVP. It's over. She closed the door on the GOAT conversation. It's Asia and everybody else. Right now, she's the Tom Brady of the WNBA. It's her, there's everybody else. There's no more conversations. There's no more, oh, this plays bad, that play. There's no more. To see what this girl has accomplished before the age of 30 is insane. Doing the things that she's doing was insane. If you told me the Aces is going to win the championship this year, I would have laughed at you. I simply thought they weren't good enough. But did she prove me wrong. Because it looks like they're about to sweep the Mercury to another chip. The Mercury might get a game. And that shot she hit in the last, with 3 seconds left, cold-blooded. Woo! Over 2 defenders, a turnaround fadeaway. Yeah, she's the GOAT. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about her. It's her and everybody else. I thought Nafisa Collier was going to close the gap. If she would have won MVP this season, won Finals MVP championship this year, I think it would have closed the gap. But it's Asia and everybody else. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Is what it is. My top 10 players: Asia Wilson, Nafisa Collier, Alyssa Thomas, Deidre Hamby, Brianna Stewart, Angel Reese, Paige Beckers, Alicia Gray, Kelsey Mitchell, and Kelsey Plum, the Kelsey twins. When I factor in an NBA season, I'm factoring how impactful you were to your team. I factor in scoring, defense. I factor in everything, your whole body work for that season. When we're talking about the best player in the world, or the top 2 players in the world, top 3, I'm looking at what you did in the regular season and the postseason. Yes, the postseason does way more than regular season. We all know that. That's in any sport. That's common sense. So I look at everything. I look at how you impacted your team. Did you help your team get wins? Were you the best player on your team? What did you do that was spectacular? Did you do something historical for that season, like Gabby Williams happened to do? Unfortunately, she didn't make the list, but she's 11 through 15. I'll have to make a longer list to figure out exactly where she goes on that list. But yeah, I'm looking at your impact. Is your team good with you, good without you? I'm looking at all of that. But these are my top 10 players for this season. This obviously includes the playoffs, as you could see the top 3 players. Yeah. Shout out to Paige. I think next season she will be a top 5 player in the league. I think she moves into that conversation. She starts climbing that ladder. But yeah, uh, top 10 QBs this season. We got Herbal, Mr. Jones, Drake, my guy, Drake May. Yes, I put him at number 3. He's a top 3 quarterback this season. Josh Allen, Baker, Jared Goff, Stafford, Dak, Patrick Mahomes, and Jalen Hurts. Now, when it comes to football, ranking QBs is one of the hardest things to do because you have to. Their situation plays is a big piece of the pie. I will say that it's not the whole pie, but it's a pretty big portion of it. Because you gotta look at, is their O line good? Because if you have a trash O line, it's gonna be hard for you to be a top 5 to 10 quarterback with a trash O line. You gotta look at their weapons. Do they have any weapons around them? Do they have a weapons? Are they gonna be outliers? Of course, we all know that's how life works. Um, yeah, but these quarterbacks are hard to rank. I think these are the 10 best quarterbacks in the league. Now, can you mix and match them? Yes, but that's up to y'all. This is just my personal list of what I'm seeing this season, off of their production, off of their impact on their team, off of the yardages, the touchdowns, all that. I'm factoring all that for my list. Yeah. If you can disagree with the list. If you disagree, you gotta show me your list of the top 10 quarterbacks in the league. And you gotta explain to me why you got the quarterbacks the way you got them. Dun-dun-dun, drum roll, please. Top 10 running backs. We got Bijan Robinson, as we all know, clearly the best running back this season in the league. Chris McCaffrey, I edged him out over Jonathan Taylor slightly. One of the reasons I edged him out was he's a better receiving back, but Jonathan Taylor is a better overall. He's a better power back. But those two got very close, and it was very split between those two for me. Those two are very interchangeable. Then you got the James Cook, the Josh Jacobs, of course, the Kyron Williams, Jameer Gibbs, my bad, Bucky Irving, Omari Hampton, who I have to take off this list because he just got hurt. He's on IR. He's missing 4 games. I have a rule. If you get hurt or you're not playing, I need to get you up off the list. It's hard. Certain guys are going to have to be in front of you because injuries matter to me. Then, obviously, Javonte Williams. There's a very common theme with running backs in today's NFL, and it's very interesting. If you cannot catch out the outfield, if you cannot be a receiver, if you cannot line up as a receiver, you can't play out the X, if you can't run a Texas route, if you can't run a slant route, an end route, if you can't catch the ball as a running back in today's league, it's going to be very hard for you to keep a job. Most of the running backs in today's games are multi-dimensional. The dinosaur Derrick Henry back is no longer a thing. That does not exist no more in today's NFL. It's very rare for you. And for you to have one of those on your team, you have to have a very strong power back, an elusive back. This back better be averaging 5 or more yards per a carry. Almost everybody on this list can catch the ball, can line up, catch routes. Nobody's really a pure back on this list except for maybe Josh Jacobs. Even he catches the ball out the outfield sometimes. I mean, Javonte Williams, sometimes he catches it. But if you can't do those two things, and now it's getting to the point where you got to do those things at an elite level. You got to be able to catch at elite level and run the ball at elite level. The NFL has completely changed. It's no longer what it once was. But these are my 10 running backs this season. going into week, what is this, week 6 we're going to in the NFL, I believe. Yeah. But every show, I think I'm going to show you the list. We obviously, players are going to move up, move down. There's a player you think that should be on the list that's not on the list, holla at your boy. Let me know. Tell me, hey, Crazy Shot, why XYZ's not on the list? Hey, Crazy Shot, why XYZ's not on the list? And we could have a conversation, you know what I'm saying? Top 10 wide receivers this season. This list was interesting, right? You know who the top 3 are, right? Puka, JSN, Justin Jefferson. Puka's on a historical run right now. Matthew Stafford makes his wide receivers. Most receivers, he had Megatron, who had a historical season. He had Cooper Kupp, historical season. Now Puka is about to have a historical season. You know what they all have in common? Matthew M.F. Stafford. Y'all can't tell me that man's not a top 10 quarterback all the time. Every receiver he has played with has had a historical season under him. Shout out to Matthew Stafford, man. JSN, he has superstar potential written all over him. That man is up next, 100%. Justin Jefferson is Justin Jefferson. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the king of receptions. Jared Goff loves him some Amon. Boy, I tell you, he targets him like it ain't nothing. Talking about this brother be getting like 8 to 10 targets a game. Then we have Emeka Imuku. Yo, some of y'all brothers need to get names that I can pronounce because this ain't working out for me. Because now I'm butchering names that I really don't want to butcher. But we all know Ohio State is wide receiver U. But yeah, shout out to him. He's looking historical. It looks like he's about to have a historical rookie season also. You got Jamar Chase. Yes, Jamar Chase should be higher. But unfortunately, when your quarterback, Joe Burrow, gets hurt, and you have Jake Browning, who's mucho galante basura, now you're about to get Joe Flacco. Hopefully, Joe Flacco can help you move up this list. We all know you're still a top 3 talent in the league. Just this season, you are not a top 3 wide receiver just for this particular season. Then we have, of course, Garrett Wilson. Then we got shout out to Stephon Diggs, man, my guy. Then we have Courtland Sutton and Zay Flowers. If you could think of 10 better, if there's a receiver I forgot, or a receiver you feel like shouldn't be on the list, holla at your boy. I do have holla at your boy. Y'all know the vibes, man. And then last and not least, before we end the show, top 10 teams going into this season. 24-25 NBA season. Obviously, the Thunder, the best team in basketball. NBA championship. Come on now. Favorite to go back to the finals and win again. I believe they're going back to back. The dynasty has started. The Thunder dynasty has started. This dynasty is going to look very similar to the Warriors. I'm telling y'all now. Don't say I didn't warn you. They got all these draft picks, draft capital. They have easily the best drafting and development in the league. It ain't even close. You're going to have Chet, J-Dub, and Shea. And you're just going to be rotating plays in and out around them. Elite role players and find things they could do. The only team that I feel like can threaten the Nuggets right now, currently, is obviously, that could threaten the Thunder, obviously, is the Nuggets. Y'all know the vibes. You get off of MPJ, you bring in Cam Johnson, you bring in Valanciunas, you bring back Bruce Brown. You already got Jokic and Jamal Murray. You upgraded your bench. You made your team better. Yeah, Nuggets obviously second best. Now, I got the Mavs as the third best team in the NBA going into the season. When you have a lineup of D'Lo, Clay, Cooper Flag, AD, Derek Lively. That is a huge pause top 5. Not top 5, starting 5. That is a lengthy starting five. That's a very defensive-minded starting five. Your only real liability is D'Lo, and if D'Lo wants to play defense, he can be a solid to average defender. The shortest person in that lineup is D'Lo, and D'Lo is about 6'5", I believe. Everybody else in that lineup is about 6'6" and up. So the Mavs are going to be a defensive nightmare. Defensive nightmare. Now, I do have the Rockets at number 4. But I'm going to tell you something about that superstar role player known as Kevin Durant. If this team does not make it to a conference finals, this is going to be an uncomfortable conversation we're going to have to talk about. I don't think this team is getting out the first round. But again, it depends on matches. I see who they match up with. But that team ain't reaching conference finals. You just lost Fred VanVleet, your best playmaker on that team. That team is going to struggle offensively. Yes, you do have Kevin Durant. But you don't have any other shot creators on that team. You got rid of Jalen Green. You got rid of Dylan Brooks, who was very good. One of your best three-point shooters, believe it or not. Yes, you will have one of the best defenses, but that offense is going to look very choppy. I don't like the way the offense looks, but their strength of their defense, they will be good. I got the Orlando Magic, obviously. I think Desmond Bane is going to be very good, very big for them. He gives them three-point shooting, another ball handler, another playmaker, another facilitator, another defender, too. Out of him and Franz, I don't know who's going to be the second option on that team, per se. Because you still got Franz, Desmond Bane. But overall, I think that upgrades their team. You're adding a good player, all NBA caliber player that can make the all NBA team under the right circumstances. But yeah, one of the best defenses in the league. Then you have the Cavs. Obviously, the Cavs are the Cavs. I don't like Donovan Mitchell. I don't trust Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs. They're going to do Cav things. Then we got the Wolves. They don't have a real playmaker either. They're kind of the same situation as the Rockets. And Edwards cannot be your primarily playmaker, respectfully. You need a point guard. Mike Conley's old. I think you got Shannon Brown as the backup. I got to see what you're doing there. The Grizzlies. Did the Grizzlies get better? I don't know. I think losing Desmond Bane is going to hurt them a lot. I don't see how this team got better or how they're better than the 7 teams above them. The Knicks. I don't believe in their head coach. I thought they should have ran it back with Tibbs. Cat is a liability on defense. He's mucho galante basura. Yeah. And then we have the Lakers. Yes. Do I think these 9 teams are better than the Lakers? Yes, 100%. I believe these 9 teams are better than Lakers. I don't believe in that Lakers team. DeAndre Ayton, he's not that guy. They're going to run him up out of LA real quick. Real quick. He about to get ran up out of LA. Your defense doesn't look good to me. It's LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reeves show. Outside of, I don't know. I don't believe in this team at all. I don't even think this team, how far they're going in the playoffs, I don't know. But yeah. If you're not following me, make sure to hit that sub button. Follow me on YouTube. It's free 99. Ain't that hard, brother. All you got to do is search up Chris John Universe, hit sub, and go on about your day. It literally takes 10 seconds, 15 at the most. You can follow me on Instagram at Talk Sports. Make sure to follow me on there. And on TikTok at Josh. I go live daily on there. I talk NBA, WNBA, and NFL. Y'all know the vibes, man. But make sure y'all tap in. I appreciate the 8 people on in here. Thank you for being here and sticking with me. I will see y'all next week. Don't forget to like, share, sub, all that good stuff. Come on, man. Tap in with a young black creator, man. Y'all know the vibes, man. I'm out of here. Y'all enjoy y'all rest of the day. Again, shout out to the 8 people that's in here. Make sure to share me to your friends. Tell your friends to follow me. I'm out of here.